Man cave, if you will.
If you will. Nice TV.
Even if you won't.
One day, his daughter had her cousins spend the night. And so the girls wanted to have a girls' night, and they said, Dad, would it be all right if we watched movies on the TV all night?
Steve, can you sit in my chair for a minute, please?
And Dad's like, no, that's not going to happen. He said, you know, because I got my games, you guys can play upstairs, do whatever. Well, after dinner, the girls...
It looks good.
The girls, thank you, appreciate that. The girls
They
came
locked
down.
themselves in the basement so they could watch TV on the big screen?
No, they did not. They came to Dad and they said, hey Dad, would you like to try a dessert edible or a dessert gummy? You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, he passed out.
He's not a drinker and he doesn't partake or anything like that, so he went ahead and took it, and he said it was delicious, and next thing you know, he's like feeling
Pretty
funny.
good on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he's passed out in his bed with his clothes on, and the last thing that he could remember was his daughter and her cousin poked their head around the bedroom door and said, Dad, are you going to be playing games tonight? And he's like, no. And then the next thing you know is 8 o'clock in the morning, he woke up still clothed, and the girls was downstairs, and he found out that it was a good night gummy. It was edible. And so he grounded his daughter for 2 weeks after that because she's like, drugging people is not cool.
Yeah, no shit.
Roofing your dad is not cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's fine. We got 2 minutes.
But you're right, that's,
Dose me.
you don't dose people like that.
No. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Dose me.
Yeah.
You
if
heard the
guys wanna
story about Joey Diaz, dosing Bert Kreischer's dad?
Yeah, with popcorn?
I think so.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Weed popcorn?
Yeah, it really fucks him up.
Well, you know that edible shit came.
But I think he told him that it was
He did.
edible.
He wasn't mad at him.
To reference the dirt again, after Vince Neil got out of jail, he thought he was doing a line of cocaine, and Nikki Sixx had him doing a line of heroin. It's a huge difference.
Just like in fucking Pulp Fiction.
Just like
Yeah.
that.
You gotta like stab her right in the chest. Like downward motion. And what happens then? I don't know, I've been kind of wondering that myself.
Stab her 3 times? Downward motion.
I thought you told those assholes not to call here after 10 o'clock.
I did.
I did. That's exactly what I'm gonna tell this asshole now.
I did.
Prank caller.
Prank call. Hang up.
Great.
Are you calling me from a cell phone?
30 seconds.
Remember the days of payphones? You always had to leave the house with a quarter. Mom would be like, you got your quarter?
We would just
Call collect.
reverse charges, and that was the signal to pick us up at the JCPenney store
Yeah.
at the mall.
We beat the system, dude.
You're like, hell no! Click!
We beat the system.
10 seconds.
Yeah, we won't learn that, man.
Yeah, and you know what? That thing that you learned on war games, where you take the paperclip and you touch it to the phone, that works too.
Yeah. What's that word for? I don't think it does anymore. Remember when the Walkman cassettes came out? Everybody's sprinkling.
Next phone is on.
It's not me.
Not me.
It's on me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from MJ's Loft of Dreams apartment and worldwide on YouTube and Facebook Live, this is the Moon Club podcast with AJ, MJ, and SJ. The Moon Club will talk about anything under the moon. No subject will ever be taboo. This episode of the Moon Club podcast is brought to you by Realtor MJ Adelman, Bloomington Normal's premier realtor for the Jewett home selling team at RE/MAX Rising. And I want to be your realtor. And I'll out-hustle everybody all day, every day, and then double up on Sunday to prove it.
You don't take no breaks.
That's the state of the moon, brother.
It is currently Tuesday, January 8th.
They'll never get it.
No.
You want to try it again?
Yeah, wait, it's the third week in a row.
At least.
All right, let me know when you're ready. I think it's the third week. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1.
We're currently in the loft of dreams until the studio gets fixed. We're not back next. Good evening, you lovely lunatics. It is currently Tuesday, January 8th, 2021. And the moon will come up at 4:18 a.m. or actually it came up at 4:18 a.m. yesterday, and it's going to go down at 7 o'clock p.m. tonight. So it must already be up. It is currently waxing crescent. It is only 4% illuminated, so you probably won't even see it. It's 405,500 kilometers away from us. It's 28 days old, and it is going from Taurus into Gemini tonight.
How illuminated was the moon?
It was 4% illuminated, which begs to ask the other question.
Go ahead.
How illuminated are you, Steve?
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got high on my own supply, and thanks to those growers at Rhythm, and I can't even pull it out of my pocket, so we'll just go with the flow. But it's that Granddaddy Perks.
The Rhythm!
Granddaddy Perks. There it was.
They should have pop called the Rhythm of the Night.
You know, I bet they do somewhere.
Dance to the beat to the rhythm of the night. Oh, oh, oh,
You know, everybody's a pot grower now, and
Who was that?
everybody's investing
Is that
in
Miami
pot.
Sound Machine?
It could be. Gloria Stefan with the Miami Sound Machine.
Yes.
Gloria Stefan, hot,
That's Stefan.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who's still hot? J-Lo.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, did she
Nothing wrong
get
with that.
hotter? Is she hotter at 50 than she was at 20?
Well, comparatively, yeah. Like as a 50-year-old, she's probably hotter comparatively than. But I mean, come on. Would you, if you could take her now, or at 25? I mean, you gotta go 25.
Would you?
I don't know. I mean, you're doing pretty good either way.
Like, well, let's just fast forward. Like, we feel like we're aged, you know, fine like wine, and so we're a little bit more experienced, a little bit less crazy than we were in our youth, right?
Touche. Good point.
J-Lo at 2025, that might be a whole hell of a lot of handful of crazy, you know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
And I'm not saying that she is or that she wasn't, or, you know, that I would ever have that opportunity. I wouldn't mind it.
But a tamed down, hot
Version.
50-year-old J-Lo,
That has all her money, all
and you
her
can still
business.
bounce a quarter off of her backside if you wanted to. Not that, you know, I'm not trying to beat the meeting, but
Did you
can
hear
still
the word
bounce a
around the
quarter.
campfire is? She's going back to fucking Ben Affleck.
Oh, they've been dating for 2-3 weeks now.
You know, Ben Affleck was a fan, or the bombing fan of you.
You know, they had a picture of him driving out of like her mansion or whatever, and he had just had a big ass smile on his face.
TMZ's had
Of
it
course.
every day for the last
Right.
month.
Of
Yeah.
course, he had a big ass smile on his face. He's coming out of J-Lo's house.
Yeah. So yeah, she left A-Rod probably, I don't know, it's been a month, 6 weeks ago, something like that. And
No, let's be
So-
Or did he leave her?
no, she left him.
A-Rod
she left him.
seems like a dick, though, right?
Who has
I
more
think
money?
so.
Who has more money, A-Rod or J-Lo?
They both have more than they can spend, so
Right.
who cares? But A-Rod, I'm pretty sure, from all accounts, is a narcissist. But he's been posting pictures of him and his kids with like 2 empty plates or 3 empty plates, whatever, like, you know, pretty much, I guess, trying to get her back, whatever. And then she's hanging out with Ben, and then P. Diddy is also like, kind of like putting it out there that, you know, he would get back with J-Lo as well, so
Oh, I forgot.
she
Yeah.
has options.
That was the original girlfriend, P Diddy and J-Lo. Yeah. And then there was something about a gun, and they went to court and had to testify against one another or something.
So he had, I think it was a big Lincoln Navigator. It might have been an Escalade, but I think it was a Navigator, and they had one of those lock boxes in the floorboard, right? Which you can't, the police can't get it out. It's got to be like, if it's locked, it's got to be like, you know,
Right, like a welding torch or something.
whatever. Yeah, it's got to be extracted. And you know, they did. They impounded the car and they extracted it. It took them like 3 or 4 days, and then there was a gun in the car, and then they were in the club, but I don't think really anything ever came of that. I think maybe he might have got a fine or something. I don't know, but
Were they in a club with a bottle full of bub?
Yeah, they were. Christopher Shenton says, hey guys, hope everyone is okay. What's up, Christopher Shenton?
Cheerio.
What's up, Roy Rambo? He says, hello, gentlemen.
What up,
Roy
Double R?
motherfucking Rambo.
So it's Roy and Christopher watching right now. Let's see if I can get some more.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people watching worldwide. But big shout out to Chris over in England.
Yeah.
Missed him last week when we needed you on some technical stuff.
Yeah. All right, so
Keep us straight.
we talked about this, I think last week, maybe the week before, but this defense system called the Iron Dome in Israel. Well, this is actually from the perspective of these the failing system. It's called the failing system, which is shooting these missiles down coming in, and it's pretty spectacular to behold. And
I wonder what phalanx means, because they use that when in 300 too, when they talk about the
yeah, so when you all gather around with your shield and you lock up, that's the phalanx.
Okay.
That is supposed to be the impenetrable force.
Yeah.
But that's exactly where it comes from. It's from
that's what they call this.
the conglomeration of shields, right? That's
Yep.
the phalanx. So.
It's
And you're only
amazing
as
how
strong as your weakest
it's amazing
link,
how
right?
simple this is. The premise.
So you're not seeing them blow them up yet. And I don't know if the moon clubbers can see it, but if you can't, this video is called Israel Failing Close-In Air Defense System. They're not hitting anything yet. They're just tracking. There it goes. See it blow it up?
Sometimes they explode, didn't they?
Now you see this little white thing in front?
Yeah.
When they get really in close, that thing starts firing.
Yeah. That must be like the
It's like the last line of defense. But you'll see it start firing soon.
it's definitely moving and tracking. It's like a little robot there, right?
Special thanks to Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
This
No,
was
they're,
his idea, his baby.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, remember when they made fun of Ronald Reagan for Star Wars defense?
Yeah.
This is basically what that is.
Yeah, that's exactly something. Which is also Nikola Tesla's property.
Well, I think the Star Wars was actually based in outer space.
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been satellites, but they moved it to the ground.
And they would be, it's the same thing but for ICBMs, you know what I mean?
He said BMs. He says ICBMs.
These are short range missiles. I'm talking about ones that go from the
They are. This is like 90 miles. But the technology wouldn't be that much different.
It would
They're
be
shooting
awesome
down.
to have some guitar behind it.
Brittany Hendricks, shout out to the beer runner girl, friend of the podcast.
She lives in Florida now.
Oh man, I'm jelly.
Did you see the closer one? Get that one?
Yeah.
Barry got that one too. I'm astounded by this, because obviously that big fireball coming down there is going to do a little bit of damage on the ground, but not nearly as much if it would have been a missile exploding on the ground, right?
No, they say thousands of lives from first. And how frustrating is that from the other side? We cannot penetrate them.
Oh, that's racist as fuck, dude.
So you think they would stop
What do you
firing?
mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You would think.
And then maybe Israel would stop firing at them.
All right, I seriously, I could watch this shit all day, but
Yeah, there's some cathartic about it, isn't there?
it's just amazing, like that
Yeah.
technology. And apparently, what is being shot, they aren't explosives themselves. They're just like bullets. They're chunks of metal.
Okay.
And the reason they're glowing is because when they eject, they're so hot. They're getting like ejected so quick that they're like basically like a piece of iron that is molten lava hot.
Right.
Not molten, because that would be liquid, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then when they hit these, they just basically detonate them on contact.
Right.
But Brittany Hendricks says, it's amazing. Watch the blood moon on the beach. I'm jealous as fuck.
Right?
Yeah, I would have liked to have watched the blood moon
Yeah.
on the beach. Congratulations
Especially
to you,
with Brittany Hendricks, yeah.
Brittany Hendricks, sorry.
Brittany Hendricks.
With a nice drink at hand.
Yeah,
That'd been awesome.
yeah,
Send us some invitations next time.
yeah. I'd hang out on the beach with you. Okay, so we had the Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather fight this past week, and we can get into more of that later. Did you get to watch it?
I've seen parts of it.
You get the whole thing on YouTube right now.
And what I seen was
I don't think you can.
Floyd making
Maybe.
him look crazy, missing a lot. And
So for sure, my analysis of the fight was, you know, I think it's Logan, right? Logan Paul, he might have won the first round. I don't know. He had a flurry of punches at the end, but if you watch it, they're not landing at all. Floyd's completely covered up. He's not getting hit. He's not worried. He's not breaking a sweat. Matter of fact, I don't think he barely broke a sweat by the end of the fight. But that was pretty much Logan Paul's hoorah, was maybe the end of the first round. And then it's just Floyd Mayweather being Floyd Mayweather, like, come on and get me. And then I would say at least the last 3 rounds, probably the last 4, so like 5, 6, 7, you know, he's tuning them up. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple times where Logan was in trouble and Floyd just didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. It was exhibition.
Yeah, well, I know it's exhibition, but if you're making $110 million for a fight, you know, somebody's got to hit the canvas, man. I don't want to see it end 8 rounds and nobody wins.
Well,
that's
better
just
not
me.
be a bullshit draw.
Right.
Logan
What it
Paul.
was.
Yeah.
Logan Paul should say, "Fuck you, Mike. I'll fuck you up too." You know? Wouldn't you like to see fucking Mike Tyson knock that kid out once and
You
for
know
all?
what?
No.
It was pretty. I think it was pretty classy the way they ended it, and they, you know, Floyd said, "Yeah, he's a lot better than I thought he was." There was a lot of tie-ups in the fight.
Yeah.
I've got the whole thing. If you want.
I've heard from Ethan Klein that Logan actually got more hugs from Mike on that one night than he did from his father his entire
From Floyd?
childhood.
You mean from Floyd?
Yeah, that's what I meant. But that's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I guess he's got daddy issues.
Scott Nickham is watching. I think
What's up, Scott Nickham?
I think their dad took pretty good care of him.
Well, I will say one thing that I noticed is after the fight, you could tell Logan, I mean, this kid, he shouldn't have been in the ring with dang Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? There's thousands of other boxers who've been doing this their whole life, who've put in the training, put in the work, that are a lot better than that kid. His popularity and, 15 minutes of fame got him there.
And he figured out how to
And
do
he
it.
enjoyed it, and you could tell at the end of the fight when he raised his hands and he was like, I know I lost, but
Agree,
I was in the
100%.
ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Because there's a reason why no professional organization would sanction the fight. There's a reason why there were no judges there, is because you can't have. He's probably the best that's ever done it. I mean, you can make an argument, so he's 50-0, and then Logan Paul is 0-1. Like, that's a mismatch, just on paper, right?
Not only a mismatch, but boxers are lethal weapons.
Yeah,
This dude's an amateur at best.
right.
You know, you're putting him in there, like MJ said, against one of the best. Straight
Right.
killer.
Let's see him wrestle. Let's see him have a jiu-jitsu match. But anyway, I'm a sucker. It got my money. Actually, it didn't, because I paid for it. It would never stream. I never got to watch it live. I had to watch it the next day. But, I tried to watch it live.
Mother
Yeah,
lovers.
apparently, Showtime had a lot of issue with it.
Well, that's unfortunate because I think they both had a piece of the pay-per-views. You know,
Oh, they did.
Sarah.
like 50% and 10%. I think Paul had 10% and Money had a.
I don't know what the numbers are. Word around on the campfire is that Floyd made about 110 million and Logan Paul made between 10 and 15 million.
That sounds about right.
Good night.
Good for Floyd, man.
Yeah, like, people say, why did Floyd fight that kid for 110 million? Why the fuck would he not fight
For his
him?
family.
Yeah.
That's what he said. You know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, for 15 million, I'll fight Logan Paul and Jake Paul at the same time.
I'll say it for 150 million. I'll say fuck legacy. You know.
Right. Okay, so this is a clip, and it's old. This is probably from back in the 90s, but this is Mike Tyson. He's talking about being scared, like being afraid, being intimidated going into the ring.
Yeah.
And the way he does it is he's back. He's talking about being back in the locker room, and he's scared. He doesn't think he can do it. And as he gets closer to the ring, his confidence just keeps elevating.
It's beautiful.
And
it's beautiful.
he took a lot of shit for this, because I think at some point he says, I want to eat his babies.
I want to eat your babies. Yeah.
They isolated that comment,
Right.
and they said, this is Mike Tyson. It's like, well, you gotta take
He's
the whole
an
thing
animal.
in context, right?
Yeah.
Take the whole thing in context. Like, this is him pumping himself up to get into the ring. So
From fear to rage.
yeah,
I used to puke.
I threw
Most guys
up.
get pretty much intimidated. They lost the fight before they even got hit. Most guys, I knew all the skullduggery. These guys, I knew how to beat these guys psychologically before I even got in the ring with them. As soon as I come into the ring, I'm gloved. No, stop. That's not true. While I'm in the dressing room, 5 minutes before I come out, my gloves are laced up. I'm breaking my gloves down. I'm pushing the lever in the back of my glove. I'm breaking the middle of the glove so my knuckle could pierce through the leather. I feel my knuckle piercing against the tight leather gloves on the Everlast boxing glove. When I come out, I have supreme confidence. I'm scared to death. I'm totally afraid. I'm afraid of everything. I'm afraid of losing. I'm afraid of being humiliated. But I'm totally confident. The closer I get to the ring, the more confidence I get. The closer, the more confidence I get. The closer, the more confidence I get. All during my training, I've been afraid of this man. I thought this man might be capable of beating me. I've dreamed of him beating me. But I always stayed afraid of him. But the closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one could beat me. I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. Then once I see a chink in his arm, boom, and one of his eyes may move. And then I know I have him. And then when he comes to the center of the ring, he still looks at me with his piercing look, and as if he's not afraid. But he already made that mistake when he looked down for that 1/10 of a second. I know I had him. He'll fight hard for the first 2 or 3 rounds, but I know I already broke his spirit. During the fight, I'm supremely confident. I'm moving my head, he's throwing punches. I'm making him miss and I'm countering. I'm hitting him to the body. I'm punching real hard. And I'm punching, and when I'm punching him, I know he's not able to take my punches. 1, 2, 3 punches. I'm throwing him punches in bunches. He goes down, he's out. I'm victorious. Mike Tyson, greatest fighter ever lived.
So, how important was Mike Tyson to boxing back in that era?
Huge.
But the thing is there was no competition for him, but everybody was still watching, right?
Right.
Everybody wanted to see how quick the fight was going to end.
Right.
Like, we don't have that now. We don't have that one dominant performer.
Yeah, back then there was they didn't have a card. I think it was just like one pay-per-view match, and if you paid $100 for a heavyweight fight that lasts 18 seconds,
There's always been an undercard.
Okay, has there? Okay.
Yeah, that's not true. It's you probably would not know anybody on the undercard. Well, I don't know, back then. Like, I didn't really follow boxing back then. So there are probably names that if you were in the community you would know. But yeah, no, there's always been an undercard. The fight night is always, at least like a 3 to 4 hour experience. It's not just one fight and then you pay and you're done. Yeah.
It's like smelt night.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it's exactly like smell. You can smell the smell up in the field. You can smell it.
Not about that 6, 7, 10, you smell that smell night?
Oh, I wonder if that was a real thing, smelt night.
Of course it was.
Because, I guess seasonally, it's like the smelt come in, it's like during this one period, and the people literally go out there with like laundry baskets and just like scoop them. Just, are you actually checking to see if smelt night is a real thing?
Damn right I am. Maybe oh yeah, I can't spell smell.
How is it smelled?
It's like, is it he who smelt it, dealt it, or
Smelt.
is there a H in there or something like a silent?
No, it's just S-M-E-L-T, S-M-E-L-T.
Smell.
Smelt. So it's like, that's one of those words you gotta use in context or it would lose its meaning.
When I smelt the smell, no smell, man.
Yeah, but he who smelt it, dealt it,
I hope not.
or is that smelt? Smelt.
I think it's just smell.
Smelt. So is there an H in there?
I
Smelt?
don't think so, S-M-E-L-T.
I wonder if we could play the old Smelt Night gig from SNL and get away with it.
I doubted that you already.
Well, it says Smelt Night is a hard to find SNL video. So okay, we will.
Hard to
waste
find
it.
SNL video, classic though.
We can find it, but not tonight.
Yeah.
So I know this is gonna rub Steve the wrong way, but there's this video of Vince Neil tapping out during Girls.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, and Steve was sticking up for him. It's like, you don't know what it's like to be an international rock star. Like, fuck you, Steve.
Well, that's fair though.
I do know what it's like. Was this their what do you call it, the encore? It looks like a really small venue. fucking, there's only like 250 people here. What's that? Oh, no shit. This band
All right,
finishes
so-
the song though, don't they?
He was pretty candid. I was like, yeah, I just can't do it. And you know what? He's not a 25-year-old anymore. So
Is this recently?
Well, he's around 60, right?
yeah, this was the end of May.
No shit.
Yeah, he's probably 60. Yeah, he probably. So
Well, and you don't know what he's dealing with either. And once your voice cracks, it's done.
yeah,
You know.
I'm not shitting on him, man. I just thought it was kind of entertaining. That's all. I'm having a little bit
You
of
were
fun.
shitting on him, right?
I was digging him a little bit. I didn't know that was Castle though. You know?
It is not the castle.
Oh.
I was being sarcastic.
That would be sweet if it was the castle.
It would be because we would have been there,
Yeah, definitely.
and
Well,
probably
Boston
everybody
would
else
have
in Bloomington Normal would have been too.
Would have tried to be anyhow.
Yeah.
They would have been like in the streets, and no, he's not that big anymore.
Yeah, no, I
They
think
would-
Motley Crue is
come on.
definitely gonna be.
No.
The Dirt,
They
they're
would sell out
bigger
arenas.
too in another generation. As a matter of fact, they have sold out and they're selling out Wrigley Field, right?
Okay, well let's play this game. Too big for the castle. Okay. Wiz Khalifa.
For sure.
Too big for the castle.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think that?
You know who goes to the castle a lot is Mac or
Matt
King.
Curry?
something 9, Tech 9. Tech 9 goes to the castle
Sure,
a
they
lot.
never heard of me either.
Um,
That Matt Castle's band?
no, he's Tech 9 is a rapper that Michael Olson listens to. I guess he's a really good rapper.
Oh, it's not
Tech 9.
Tekashi 369, right?
No.
I thought maybe that was his short.
Is it 369 or just Tekashi 69?
69, right?
Dude, you know what? It's like I've tried to listen to that guy's music. I don't get it. I think
It's
he's a no
not.
talent.
It's not for us.
Right.
It's not for us.
But did you hear about how he was criticizing, I think, Three Stallions for stealing his #1 spot? Apparently, there's this. He was going to be #1 when he got out of prison with his one song. I thought it was shit. And then there was some, I guess you would call it gerrymandering going on with the record companies, and they're like, we don't want Tekashi to have the #1 slot, so we're buying like 250,000 more of this album or something. So they put another performer on top.
The
And
guy's crazy. I mean, there's videos of him getting in a fight, and he obviously doesn't know how to get in a fight with like much bigger dudes, but he won't back down. He's full on crazy.
Yeah. I saw what you're talking about, where he's out in front of a motel and he's like chasing people down and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, in other news, did you see this 17-year-old girl that fought a bear?
Yeah.
Just from this footage and this footage alone, I'd follow this girl in a battle. Like if she
Yeah.
was a general, I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
go.
hold on. It's a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She fought a bear.
Well,
Away down there?
a little
She fought a
over
bear?
exaggerating, but let's just watch the video.
She fought a bear away down there.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Have you seen this video, Steve?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I'm interested though.
She's a fucking gangster.
Yeah.
Or is she a wankster?
She could be either one.
Dude, he's like just strolling in.
So there's bears, and the big part is you gotta watch there's cubs there, which is why the bear reacts to the dogs the way he does.
You know, they say the most dangerous place in the world to be is between a bear and a cub. She put herself there. You know what I'm saying?
She just pushed that bear off the wall.
If it wanted to, it could kill her.
Oh yeah.
Dude, apparently she loves her dog. She's a dog person.
So without
Hey,
fear,
thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
ran out there and pushed that bear off the wall.
Right?
And that bear was taking full-on swats at those dogs. Like he was, or she, I'm sure.
She was already in retreat.
You know, good
She
thing.
was because her cubs were already behind her.
Yeah,
So
good
once
thing
she
her
knocked
cubs
off
were
the
behind her
wall-
and not in front of her.
Right,
She
and that would have been a
done.
problem. So
Yeah.
the fact that the Cubs were already going the other way, then she was good. But if I put myself in that situation, I'm like, oh, no, dogs, sorry.
Oh, you
Well,
would say
you would have done it for Blue. You know you would have.
I probably would have done it for Blue, but
Yeah.
if it was Jax, I'd have been like, sorry, no.
Sorry, dude.
He was a good dog. I only know him weak.
National treasure.
National treasure.
But yeah, that's fucking balls, man.
Yeah.
That chick clanks when she walks. You don't find out you know, what your medal is until it's tested. I'm saying she just got tested and she passed.
Yeah, she passed, but you know, I think it was more of a reaction than a response.
For sure, she didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But that's what battle is, you know?
She's
that's
like,
instinct.
you know what? I've never been much of a bear person. I've always been more of a dog person. Like, hey, me too, sister.
She's like, I thought that was Bert Kreischer on that wall.
Yeah, no shit.
Hairy bastard.
Okay, so this is continuing on. This is
Bear Crusher? Bear?
yeah, Bear Kreischer. Brent
Boys,
Crystals.
shop our favorite deals and so much more with the Today
Sorry, I
app.
gotta rewind.
That-
Oh shit, this is the same video. I'm sorry.
I liked him better when he was fat.
Me too. Al Roker?
Yeah, he fucked up by losing all that weight.
Sorry, Al, you should have. Well, he'd probably been dead now.
There's a good chance.
Is Al Roker the? Remember when it was Willard Scott, right?
We're now here.
Yeah. Well, Scott's been dead for years.
But he replaced Al Roker replaced him.
I have no idea. Like,
Does
I think
he-
the morning show, is that what it is? I think so. Yeah.
Does he still do the here's a fine looking lady. She turned 101 today, and like.
That was Willard Scott.
Yeah.
Right? And he's been gone for
But
a
they
while.
they didn't continue that.
I don't know. I don't
Brought
watch
to you
the-
by Welch's
I don't watch the
Jelly.
morning show.
Oh, you don't?
What the fuck do you think? I got that much time on my hands?
I thought you were cool.
No. All right, here's the continuation. This is more talk behind the scenes of the bear being pushed off the wall.
To protect her dogs. We first
It
showed
almost
you
looks
the
like
video
she's
last
dressed
night.
like
Happened
me.
just east of Los Angeles, and you can see 17-year-old Haley Morinico push the bear off the fence.
I was like, oh my god, there's a bear and it is taking my dog. It is lifting her up off the ground, and if I don't do something about it, who knows what might happen to
Yeah,
her.
she's right about that. Take a closer look. At first, the bear swipes at her dogs, and then, just as she comes outside to rescue them, the bear grabs the smallest and most special puppy of the whole family. She's Valencia,
Oh,
a service dog.
I didn't notice
Morinico
that.
says she knew she had to
She
protect her.
saved that dog's life.
She's the baby of the family.
She was
We go
reaching out for
everywhere
her.
with her. Couldn't bear to lose her or have anything happen to her.
Well, Morinico says she knows she got lucky. And her advice to others in this sort of a weird situation, don't fight a bear.
Shepard Smith here.
She definitely
Thanks
saved
for
that dog's
watching
life.
CNBC.
That's a feel good story.
Dude, that was lunch, wasn't it?
Tell me that her reaction wasn't so California. I was like, oh my god.
Dude, I would love to have her on. She was beautiful. wasn't
What if she would have said? I was like, OMG. That
Yeah.
would have been worse, right?
Yeah.
I was
If
like,
she-
oh my god,
if
gag me
she-
with a spoon.
Text talked it.
Was that?
I was like,
you know
OMG, LOL.
It's weird if you look at
GTFO.
if you look at that.
Love her.
It looks like she's dressed as a maid, right?
She might be a maid. I think she might be a maid.
But was it her dog? It'd be cooler if she was saving someone
Dennis
else's dog.
Pashal is watching, and Dennis, we got our final walkthrough tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we're closing on the 10th. That's Thursday, right?
The next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. So congratulations to the happy, almost new homeowner.
Did you
Fingers
say
crossed.
homeowner?
I'm a homeowner.
I call him a homeowner.
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 No, I didn't call him that.
Homeowner.
I didn't call him that. Don't
Homeowner.
kick my ass, Dennis. I didn't call you a
Homeowner.
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 Hey, are you a Homo sapien?
I am.
I believe we all. Well,
I also masticate my food.
do?
Yeah.
I have it pre-chewed for me.
I do baby bird it
Yeah,
into
that's what I
Austin's
do.
mouth. All right, so
No,
Brittany
I'm not
Hendricks
gonna
asks,
do
she
that.
says, what's up with this UFO attack? Did you see that? It was from a while ago, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
She said, it's amazing. Watch the blood move. Haha, for sure. Yeah, but we should look into that. It seems like, but
Send us a link, Brittany, if you're still watching.
it seems like this a lot, but it seems like we're closer to disclosure right now than we ever have been.
I mean, here's the thing: is if we go back and we think about the way we would feel about UFOs and the government disclosure back in the 80s and 90s, like we were all pushing for it. We're like,
Right.
why didn't the government just open up? Why didn't they tell us? And they pretty much did. And everybody's like, okay, that's cool, whatever.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah, I
The
think
government
that
came out and
has-
said, this is Navy footage, UFOs, we don't know what the fuck these things are. They're all over the place.
Right.
We've been tracking them for years, and we're like, okay, moving on.
Chad.
Like,
Okay.
that's a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck these things are.
Yeah. Have you seen the footage of them asking Obama, and he blatantly says, I just can't say.
Well, that's the reason why they desensitized us for so many years, right?
Maybe.
I thought Obama was going to be the disclosure president, but apparently not.
Why'd you think
I
that?
thought Trump was. Like, there was nothing off the table for him, right?
Right, if he knows something, he vomits from the mouth constantly.
Yeah, he
But
goes off script.
maybe this that subject or this was so fucked up that it even scared Trump. It got past Trump's ego, and he's like, "Well, that is kind of fucked up."
I don't think so.
I actually do think that there were some things that they're like, we can't tell this dude. CIA was like, I'm not going to disclose stuff to Donald J. Trump. I
Maybe.
actually believe that.
Well, and that might be a good idea because I think it's more scary if whatever we can't figure out what it is Chinese or Russian than extraterrestrial.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And what do they call that? Need to know?
Yeah, they call it need to know.
Need to know. He didn't
Top
need to
secret
know.
security clearance.
And maybe he just didn't ask the right question. Maybe he's like, come on, tell me about the things, the flying around things that no one knows about. He's like, what are you talking about, sir? Maybe he just didn't ask specifically.
Right. So I wonder, is that how it works, the president? Like, okay, if he asks a direct question, you have to tell him the truth. But if he doesn't ask, like, hey, if he doesn't ask the right question, we're not going to tell him.
Right. But apparently, I think Obama did, because he might have got the answers, because he blatantly said, I cannot discuss this subject.
Didn't Jimmy Carter almost reveal extraterrestrials? Isn't that true?
Well, he had a UFO experience where he saw a UFO, and
He saw a
was
couple.
He was candid about it too. He spoke about it, and
Ronald
this is
Reagan
back when
as well.
this is back when they put you, they would they'd lock you up in a padded room if you claim you saw a UFO. It's kind of like, I was talking about this yesterday. You remember when we were in high school, if some kids got caught smoking pot, they would fucking throw them into rehab?
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no.
For smoking pot in high school?
No.
No?
No.
Did
they
you smoke
never-
pot in high school?
Yeah.
I think I came out the womb smoking pot.
Only when he was alone or when he was with somebody. All right, so this is a video
Oh,
called
yeah,
Jimmy
yeah.
Carter actually filed a USO report with NASA before becoming president. I haven't seen it, but let's go ahead and watch it.
Hi,
Dim
my
lights.
name is Jimmy Carter.
He's probably the only decent human being that was actually president.
October
Oh,
1969.
he's drinking.
A young politician is leaving a fundraising event in Georgia when he spots a large, eerie object glowing in the evening sky.
When he looks up in the sky and he sees an object, it's an object that is big.
What is that?
It's bigger than the moon. And he thinks to himself, that's the darndest thing I ever saw.
Darndest.
There is no reasonable explanation for the strange object he is seeing in the sky. It
Obviously
truly
a light.
is something he can't identify.
It's flashing, it's moving nearer to him and moving further
What
away.
is this?
He's sure he's seen a UFO.
The witness is so disturbed by what he's seen, he files a report with the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomena, NICAP, and the International UFO Bureau.
NICAP.
These two agencies at the time were professional investigators, made up of scientists and astronomers, and this is the very type of object that they would have investigated.
The report sounds like many other UFO sightings, but it's not. What makes this report stand out is the identity of the witness.
You can still see the document of the sightings online, and the witness has signed his name, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah,
Jimmy?
the guy who saw and reported the UFO was the future president of the United States, Jimmy Carter.
NASA's unexplained files.
Okay, so that was fun. But Dennis Pashal says Carter's son might have seen a UFO while smoking with Willie Nelson on the White House roof.
I believe that.
I believe
Yeah,
that.
I believe that too. That sounds logical.
It's plausible. Hit the lights, huh?
You know what?
I need to get you a remote light switch so you don't have to keep getting up and
I think
sweating like a.
I think I'm kind of
church.
I'm down with the UAP thing, because UFO, it's like grammatically, if you think about it, that's like pointing to something and going, like, I don't know, like,
Yeah, but so is UAP.
what, unmanned or
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
thing.
They're
you're-
just
you're-
trying to say it's
you're
a
not-
phenomenon, and that doesn't actually imply an object. It could be light, it could be gas.
Yeah, so I think UFO has been fucked out. And there's so many fucking
Universally fucked out.
backwoods,
UFO.
like stupid people that have said, "I seen a UFO," and they're like, "Let's just call it UAP," and now it sounds sophisticated again.
Well, but
I saw a UAP.
you know, it's
I saw it.
when you say UFO,
Yeah.
it's like it's got things attached to it that
Yeah, hillbillies,
yeah,
backwards ass country folks.
and not even hillbillies, just conspiracy and fear.
Yeah, it's just rebranding. That's all it is. It's rebranding.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
And then we always gotta throw acronyms at everything. We're in the day and age of acronyms, so we gotta update it for the new millennials and.
WTF?
Exactly. Why the face?
GTO.
SMH.
GDR.
UFO.
IKR?
Do you? You care?
Well,
IKR.
You know, Austin
I know,
said
right?
ICBM earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you see that being?
You know what? I guess ICBM.
BBC.
I guess ICBM would would mean something totally different now in
MILF.
millennial talk.
Right.
Yeah. ATM.
That's still ATM, right?
Yeah, it's automatic teller machine.
Yeah.
OMF on my face.
Interesting.
You usually gotta pay extra for that.
I wonder if I'm the first one ever to use the on my face one.
Probably not.
In what context?
In the day and age of the internet, I doubt it.
In what context would you use OMF?
In what context did you use it?
Should we do a YouTube or a YouPorn search for OMF and see? I don't think so. That's not Moon Club material.
No,
not
no,
tonight.
it's a family show.
I'll do some investigating personally later. Don't worry, FBI. It's
This
not.
is a
I'm not
fucking
into
family
it.
show.
I'm not into it. I'm just doing research for MCP.
Bella Danger's like she's texting a guy that's like jerking off over her face.
Her
and
name
she's
is
like,
Danger. Goddammit.
I know. I think it's funny, but he's like, where do you want me to expel my excrement?
I thought
a Bella Danger.
And she types
OMF.
OMF.
ATM. Finish on her face.
I thought Danger was her middle name.
IMA.
What's IMA?
I forget. And I just said it.
IMA Thegala.
IMA. No, that means in my ass, of course.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know what? It's when you say I am a. Maybe that's the next one. Maybe it's not OMF. It's IMA.
So
and people are up and.
These are acronyms I wish I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, you'll forget them in 5 minutes. So don't
I
worry.
might. I'm high. Thank goodness.
Now apparently people are leaving Illinois in droves.
Yeah, and it's a good thing we're not in California, right?
Droves.
I'm
Is that
leaving Illinois in a drone, but some people are leaving Illinois in droves.
a drove? Is that a Chevy or a Ford model?
I think that's cows, right?
Oh wait, that's the next segment. That's a good
I think
segue.
it's a GMC drove.
Is back taking a closer look at this. I don't think a lot of people are shocked by this, but still very stunning when you look at the reasons why. No state lost a bigger chunk of income in 2019 than Illinois. $6 billion of earnings flowed elsewhere as more than 80,000 residents completely left the state. This is from an analysis of IRS statistics put together by WirePoints. Illinois, West Virginia, and Mississippi are the only states that lost population over the past decade.
Wow.
Where are those people and their tax dollars going? Florida, Texas, and also Arizona. Florida actually gained almost $18 billion in income in 2019. WirePoints predicts the rush to get out of our state will continue as long as Springfield refuses to pursue meaningful spending and pension reforms. Our political editor, Mike Flannery, did ask the governor about this in a one-on-one interview today.
Illinois has been going through this terrible
Yeah, it's your fault for the mass
situation
exodus, you fat
really
fuck.
decades now, where there's been a lack
I know
of
the camera
attention
has
to
10
truly
pounds. How many
balancing
cameras
the
do you think
budget,
are on him right now?
to focusing on paying down debt, making sure that we have
I've
a
been saying
fiscal
the same
situation
haircut
in
since high
order,
school.
and attracting businesses.
Well, Pritzker also says
Do you blame him for the mass exodus?
while also paying
Not all of
public
it.
employees the retirement benefits they expect.
I'm sure
to
like
collect.
1% of it's Blago.
Here we
Blago's
have
fault.
this large,
Well, no, he was definitely responsible for a lot of it with locking us down and not lifting restrictions. Like everybody made fun of Ron DeSantis in Florida for like being like cavalier and like opening back up early, but Florida didn't have nearly as much problems as everybody else did, right?
And it's like, yeah, it's like he's the only one that didn't balk.
And now
You know
they've
what I'm
got
saying?
$18 million in extra state.
I think they said 16 billion, right?
I thought it was 18 billion, but whatever.
Billion.
It's a lot of money.
Billion.
It's a a lot of money, and you know what? Our taxes keep going up, and people keep leaving. I'm kind of wondering why I'm still in Illinois. It's because I can't leave, honestly, but.
Well, it's like your girls aren't both 18, and when they do, you're probably like, oh wait, they both are 18, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to leave your business and your family and your house and your. But
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to keep me here either after Lucy died, you know.
I'm ready to go watch the blood moon on Florida's beach.
That would be nice. So Lisa Hurley is watching, and Thomas Fantoni.
Hey, Thomas Fantoni. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lisa, you said as well?
Lisa Hurley, yeah.
Lovely Lisa.
James Gentry just texted me, or he IM'd me. It's like, I'm going to delete your video you posted on the outdoor group. Please limit your posts there to outdoor pics and videos only. It's like, sorry, man. I was just like kind of going up the group.
Tell him to fuck off. We don't need his group anyway.
All right. Yeah, delete me then. Because I will delete you, and I'll post it again next week. Too.
You didn't post it to Bloomington Normal curbside restaurants, though.
No, but I will right now.
Definitely don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
So we were talking about electronic trucks, this week, and both Ford and Chevy have this massive campaign and ad campaign, and I didn't know about I knew electric trucks, e-trucks, whatever, and they would run off electricity and not fossil fuel,
electricity,
which is good, but I didn't think of all the other implications in that. Well, if you're a contractor or a carpenter or whatever, all your electric tools could run off your truck.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty badass. Charge them up. Or now all of a sudden your truck is your home generator. So when your power goes out,
in your house, you can
your
run
house
for
runs
days.
off your truck. All of a sudden, oh yeah, e-trucks, e-vehicles, maybe they are going to be a lot more useful than I thought they were.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right?
I saw a bunch of guys running power tools off this one truck and stuff.
Ford and Chevy have been hammering this idea for the past, 6 or 8 months. But we have a local manufacturer here who was kind of in the game before Ford and Chevy. They were trying to get on the ground and running. Obviously, they don't have as deep as pockets. They don't have all the money. And I think, honestly, when Elon Musk opened up his blueprints, all of his plans, his battery basically, to everybody, I think Ford and Chevy had an unfair advantage. But Rivian, local here, they were onto this e-vehicle, e-trucks way before everybody else. So let's give a little bit of love to the local company who came here and has been pumping a lot of money.
Based out of Houston, I think, and other parts of the world, but they do have a plant here, Rivian. It's.
Well, they're gonna fucking assemble them here for sure.
Yeah.
They're gonna roll them. They're gonna assemble them here.
It's one of the most exciting things happening in Bologna right now.
It's a good looking fucking truck.
Yeah.
While Rivian's R1T electric pickup has made the auto show rounds, and even transported the support crew for Ewan McGregor's Long Way Up TV show, we only had an estimate of the truck's starting price. Now Rivian has announced initial pricing for its upcoming electric pickup and SUV, starting with launch edition models that will offer 300 plus miles of range. The 2021 R1T pickup will be priced at $75,000, with deliveries to customers to start in June 2021, and the 2021 R1's SUV will cost $77,500 and go out to customers in August. The online configurator for existing reservation holders will go live on November 16, Rivian said. For the general public, i.e., those who haven't yet put down a deposit on a Rivian, it will unlock a week later, on November 23rd. The launch edition models get a premium adventure package that includes a panoramic all-glass roof, 4G Wi-Fi capability for over-the-air updates, and a 1,000 lumen flashlight in the driver's door. In keeping with the adventure name, it also includes an off-road upgrade package with a powered tonneau cover for the R1T, an onboard air compressor, and a reinforced underbody shield. All Rivian vehicles will get Driver Plus, a hands-free driver assist suite, at no extra cost. It will let the vehicle automatically steer, adjust speed, and change lanes on your command, Rivian said, although the company emphasized it requires the driver's full attention at all times. Slightly more affordable R1T and R1's Explorer models feature a manual tonneau cover on the R1T and matte black cabin trim. These will start reaching customers in January 2022, with a starting price of $67,500 for the pickup and $70,000 for the SUV, and the same 300-plus mile claimed range.
You can sleep back
Another feature available in January 2022 will be a 400-mile battery pack for the R1T. At that same time, a lower-priced R1s and R1T with a 250-plus mile battery pack will be coming.
All right, so that's our local plant right here. There's some more to this. I don't know if they're going to start talking again. They're just kind of showing features. I guess the spare tire is in the middle back there. It's full cab. Apparently those doors come off. There's storage behind the main cabin.
Yeah, you can actually sleep back there. You know what I'm saying? Like a little sleep cubby.
There's a dog in there.
He comes with a dog?
Keep your dog in the back, yeah.
Sweetness.
You know what a big deal about these is like aftermarket, like, you turn it, I saw Tesla, the cyber truck turned into like a camper, like in fucking different like things where people could like camp out of them and stuff.
Yeah, Rivian has that option as well. I did hear that Tesla has upgraded all their pricing. They boosted it up because of the what we were talking about, the batteries and the chips. There's a shortage on, so they put their.
Dave says China virus is for real, fellas. This shit sucks. What's up, Steve? Let's take it.
Wait, does Dave have COVID?
Dave, do you have COVID? Or just the herpes? Ooh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Does he have the herpes?
No, I don't know. But what I was gonna say is that new Ford F-150. It's so impressive, and I think it's gonna start out at like 39 to 49. I think the extended range one is about 50.
Affirmative. Dave does have the COVID.
Really?
Should have got that. Good. Should have got the vaccine, faggot.
He'll be all right. But it's like the F-150. The most impressive thing about that truck, besides the trunk in the front, is it's faster than the fucking Raptor. It goes 0 to 60 in like 3.9 seconds, and this is a truck.
Electronic cars are going to be faster than internal combustion.
But I mean, it's pretty fucking impressive.
What I'm really worried about is like, because Rivian was kind of on the front line of this shit, and then like all of a sudden Chevy and Ford got in, and they might just outdo Rivian. But I hope, because Amazon and Facebook, they both got behind Rivian? Because I think they're trying to keep them afloat, basically.
I mean, that's cool, but you know what? It's like if they were kind of cornering the truck market, and they were doing that before even the Cybertruck with Elon Musk.
All right, so I gotta interrupt you because Dave says, and Melissa is hospitalized with it. Been there 3 days and 4 more to go. So yes, Dave, I'm sorry for your situation. I was kind of making a little bit of light of it, and I apologize for that. But I hope everything is all right, and I hope everybody is fine. And thoughts and prayers to you and yours.
Yeah, without a doubt, brother.
We will definitely keep you and Melissa in our thoughts and prayers. So love you, cuz.
Yeah, the first person I actually known in real life that has the fucking coronavirus. Weird, hit really close. But that F-150, yeah, I think it's going to be a game changer, and it's probably going to be the one to look at. Because like I said, that is the most successable vehicle of all time.
So Ford has the F-150. Is it the Chevy's doing? Is it the Silverado? Is that the E-Silverado?
I haven't seen any.
They both have an E version of a truck coming out this year, right? Later this year.
Yeah.
I think, as a matter of fact, I think Ford's is coming out in June. It's like this month.
Yeah, it's called Lightning.
And Dodge has a 700 horsepower.
It's F-150 Lightning.
Okay. Sorry, Steve.
Oh, that's all right. I was going to say, and Dodge has a 700 horsepower gas-powered behemoth in the T-Rex.
Ford also has a 4-door electric vehicle called the Mustang.
Mopar, no car.
Called the Mustang.
Steve
the Mustang is a
Mopar.
And
gas-fed vehicles.
Yeah. Fuck Mopar.
Combustion. You probably would, you sick bastard.
I mean, it's got a tailpipe.
Yeah, exactly. And Ford is actually teaming up with Rivian. How come you ain't up on that, buddy?
Ford is?
Yeah, they're helping them with their batteries and some of the chip problems and stuff.
Really? That's cool. That's a nice thing for Ford to do.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's funny stuff, Dad. That's good stuff.
Chris Thompson, Rivian will be just fine. Good, I hope so.
Yeah, I believe so. And
shout out to Chris Thompson. Chris Thompson's going to open up a MMA gym here sometime in the next probably year and a half. And
Yeah, we should join.
It's probably going to take over Bloomington Normal in attendance because he's legit. Like as far as like technique, and he's a Taekwondo guy from way back, but he's also done a lot of MMA. So he will be one when he opens up a gym. It will be legit, and there will be multiple disciplines taught. And yeah, I'm signing up the first day it opens.
Okay, I'll sign up too. Well, I need to work on my core, Chris, because remember we were talking about this.
Take your time. Are you close?
It's hard to have a good like fuck style above like a 7 if your core is shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Been there. All right, so I know you guys don't care about this, but we're getting close to the end here. We got only like 9 minutes. So Fortnite season 2 or chapter 2 season 7 dropped today. So I'm just gonna bore the shit out of you guys with this.
What does that mean?
All right, listen up. We don't have much time.
Chris Thompson said, "See you soon, then, boys." All right.
We now stand at the brink of war with an enemy we do not understand. We face impossible odds and invaders within our ranks. But we have something they don't. A reason to fight.
See, just one. I didn't see Ricky. I didn't see Rick at all.
Whether you've always been here,
Maybe they have pickle Rick.
or you're a visitor from another star. This island is ours. And if it's war they want, we'll give it to them.
Woo-wee!
How about that, gentlemen?
Who would you be if you could choose anybody in the universe, whether it be fiction or non-fiction?
Probably Superman.
Superman. It's like I told MJ after I saw this, like, oh great, now we're gonna have 100 guys playing. Everybody's gonna be Superman, you know?
Yeah.
Why not be The Rock?
Superman, The Rock, they're synonymous. Have you ever seen them at the same place at the same time?
The Rock's about as close as we get to Superman in real life, though, right?
Right. It's kind of like Elon Musk and Iron Man.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
He's the Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real life Tony Stark. Matter of fact, I think it's like, if you look at Elon's real life character, it's like he's actually more impressive than Tony Stark. Tony Stark was just like a CEO of some company, and like, you know,
Well, he was
got,
a
like,
CEO of a company that he inherited from his dad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he definitely took it to the next level.
Right.
Designing those Iron Man suits.
But
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he's a little more next level than Elon Musk.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
Well,
not.
okay, so at the beginning of Iron Man, what he did is he invented these, like, what I would say are like basically modern day daisy cutter bombs. Because remember, he's out there in the desert. He got give you Stark Industries 2000 or whatever, and then the whole fucking mountain explodes.
Right.
But then he realizes that he really wasn't in charge. Like, he was taken hostage, right? And he had to like design the Iron Man suit in. I think I'm going too deep into this, right?
Yeah.
So.
But it's like that. It shows you that true life is stranger than fiction, because Elon Musk's character in this real life saga that we're going through, which we call life, he's got NeuroNet, he's got Starlink, he's got Solar City. He's
Chris
got
Thompson says Hulk.
Tesla.
The Boring Company.
The Boring Company.
Which is pretty fucking boring.
But you know what? He's actually given up on that for right now, just because apparently they don't let you like dig holes underneath California because of like earthquakes and shit.
If you think about it, we're going to continue on with the Tony Stark and his dad, which is I forget what his dad's name was, Richard Stark, whatever.
Mr. Stark.
And his company. Elon's dad was a dick.
He sent a timed message to his son and said, "Look, this technology wasn't available for me, but I think, you know, by the time you're my age, you can do this," which is what he did, right?
Is that where he got the Iron Man suit?
Well,
No,
what do
this
you?
is post-Iron
It
Man.
wasn't even the Iron Man suit. Isn't what Tony Stark did that was so significant? It was the arc reactor. It was what powered his chest.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that drove everything. I mean, this was something that had so much power that it could power cities, power his whole building.
Right,
He was
right.
more like the Nikola Tesla as opposed to you know that. But then again, he's so far advanced. Look at designing Ultron. I mean, come on, there's just no comparison. And no even intelligence level. He, freaking, what's his name may be a genius. Elon Musk may be a genius, but compared to Tony Stark, he's a baby.
But how did that Ultron arc work out for him? It didn't really work out very well for him, did
It worked out pretty well.
Did it?
Yeah. I mean, anytime that you make AI that thinks for itself, you know it's always going to turn
Well,
out.
you know, I think when he was in that cave and they're feeding him like basically like fucking birds or
Good night, Chris Thompson.
But it's like he was put in a very extraordinary situation, and that's what a lot of geniuses need to unfurl through to mother as a necessity of invention, right?
I think life is necessity. Yeah.
He had to invent that suit to get out of there.
Right.
Well, he had to invent the arc reactor to keep himself alive.
For sure, because he had shrapnel in his chest, right?
Yeah.
Because that arc reactor kept shrapnel from getting into his heart.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly. But anyway, I've got 6:56. You guys got anything you want to end on? I've got dinosaurs. Jeff Bezos announces AMC Courts Reddit and Smelt Night, which we never found what we were looking for. So
Right.
we can end on one of those, or if you guys want to talk about something else, we can do it.
What do you got on Jeff Bezos? Is it something about him? Dude, you know he's
Jeff
gonna replace.
Bezos, you came up with it. Jeff Bezos and his brother are going to be blasted into low to mid Earth orbit and then float back down.
I mean that's pretty that's pretty daring, right?
You want to end on that?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, NASA sent him a dog the first time, you know?
Yeah, 50 years ago.
And Jeff Bezos isn't going up, but he's taking his fucking younger brother with him.
Well, didn't that one English billionaire do this a long time ago?
Richard Branson?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, pretty much, and the Red Bull guys did it in a balloon, right? They went up into
Stratosphere.
the stratosphere and then
yeah.
ballooned down.
But
he's gonna do it in a rocket. That's the only difference.
Besides Elon Musk, it's like after Bezos do this, he'll only be the second person actually to reach actual orbit.
So we just mentioned Red Bull, and we mentioned Richard Branson.
Yeah, but that was
not.
that was not orbit. That was lower Earth, like stratosphere.
I think that's all Jeff Bezos is doing. But let's watch it. Let's watch it and see.
No, he's actually going into orbit. Okay.
All right. Let's find out.
Space. The question: who will join Jeff Bezos on his flight to space? The Amazon CEO revealing he's going to space on his own rocket ship in July. He's taking his brother, and he says he'll take another passenger. That extra window seat is now up for auction. Here's Victor Kendo.
Even for one of the richest people in the world, the stakes are high.
You see the Earth from space, it changes you.
Jeff Bezos announcing on Instagram he's flying next month in a rocket made by his company, Blue Origin.
It's a thing I've wanted to do all my life. It's an adventure. It's a big deal for me.
Bezos will be on board the first human flight of the 59-foot New Shepard rocket near the edge of space, 60 miles above Earth. Total
See,
flight
60
time
miles
near
near the edge
11.
of space. That's exactly what Red Bull and all them did.
I digress.
The only difference is he's going in a rocket.
In minutes. 3 of them spent in zero gravity. No spacesuit required. Only 6 seats in the capsule, each with a window. Bezos revealing one of his travel partners, his brother Mark.
I really want you to come with me. Would you? Are you serious? I am.
Blue Origin conducting more than a dozen successful test flights with no one on board. One seat on Bezos' flight will go to the winner of a month-long auction currently in progress. That money to be donated to Blue Origin's Club for the Future, a science education fund for children, bidding already soaring to over $3.5 million.
You lost control of that fucking that drone. I don't know if I
Bezos will be flying into space just 15 days after he steps down as the CEO of Amazon. That flight on July 20th is also the 52nd anniversary of the first Apollo moon landing. David?
An incredible anniversary tomorrow.
Back to you,
Victor
David.
Kendo with us tonight. Victor, thank you.
All right, so
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking
Jeff
out.
Bezos and his brother, what was his name? Brian? I don't know.
It don't matter if you're Jeff Bezos.
First of all,
no one knows who you are.
how did Mr. and Mrs. Bezos not name their son something like Billy and Beelzebub?
Billy Bezos.
or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, something that would flow because Bezos is it's candy.
Billy
Billy and
Bezos?
Jimmy.
It's a good name.
Bezos.
Jimmy Bezos. Billionaire.
Bubba Bezos?
What about Bozo?
Bozo Bezos.
Yeah.
How about Bezos?
Well, Bubba? Did you say Bubba already?
What about Belinda?
Well, I mean, for a girl, yeah. Or, you know what? Why are we trying to assign genders to
Oh, dude, you know
the
what?
Bezos children?
Dude, I got the best one. Abella.
They should be able to pick their own.
Abella Bezos flows.
Well, I think it's just got to be Bella Bezos. Though,
Bella Bezos?
to stick with the alliteration.
Well, maybe they're twins. And one's Abella Bezos and one's Bella Bezos. Or Bela Bezos.
Bella.
Bella?
Yeah.
Is Danger gonna be her middle name?
Yeah, for sure. Danger, yeah. Dude, you know what? That would be a great porn star name, was Bella Bezos.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Not as good as Phil You're Cracking.
Phil, am I cracking?
No, Phil You're Cracking.
No,
Bella,
you said Phil,
I got it.
Oh, I did.
It's Bella Bezos, but her nickname is Catcher's Mitt.
Yeah. I like it.
All right.
But you know what? If there's any young porn stars out there that want to nick that, go ahead.
Go ahead and steal it. Yeah, we're not going to use it.
Right.
I'm beyond my prime.
We'll probably talk about it all the time.
I'm not. I'm still in film.
But I would be Billy Big Bat Bezos.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or Quadruple B. All right, Moon Club podcast number 247. Are we out of here, gentlemen?
248.
248.
I'm yelling 248 in your motherfucking ears.
Moon Club podcast number 248.
Out.
We out.
We out. We got to get the fuck out of here.
Later,
Peace out.
lunatics. Do you have the time to listen to me?
And admin approved your post, and let's